fun. Your puppies, kittens, are hanging out doing anything else. So we really do appreciate you're here. One thing that I always bring out is we talk about the top 20 versus the bottom 80.
Oh yeah?
You know, and basically this is a rule that goes throughout all salons. 20% are doing 80% of all the business, right? Which means 80% are trying to fight over the scraps lever from the top 20. But one of the things that top 20s do is they're always getting more education. So thank you so much. And honestly, you're well on your way to being the top 20. I appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Why are we here today? It is empowerment. It's empowering you guys. It's giving you some education so you can take back to your clients you guys do on Salon and Clinic, and also for your future. So today we have in store for you lots of texture, lots of finishing, lots of design, and some really cool gadgets you probably haven't seen. So, and the cool gadgets will really be beneficial for you, and I mean, I think they're amazing. I love all my tools. Do you guys have like favorite like pair of accessories you guys like to wear and have, like your earrings, gotta have your bangles, It's the same thing with us in our industry. We have our favorite tools. So with our favorite tools, we're gonna introduce that to you today, and also some lovely must-haves. And must-haves are fabulous, right?
Absolutely. So what are must-haves? What do you guys think must-haves are? Award-winning products are what we're going to put in your hands today. You guys want to get your hands dirty? Yeah. We're going to have some fun. We're definitely going to share with you some great creative techniques to take ordinary into exotic. What do you guys think about that? Yeah. Want to have a little fun? Yeah. You guys into it? Did I hear you? Yeah. Are we boring people as hairstylists? No. We have to have everything we touch. Yes. I want it now, and I want it when it happens, right? So do we have that ideal client or chair every single time? Can we take their hair into something different with one product, 2 products, 3 products? Yes. Brecken has everything for you. So that's what we're going to share with you today. These amazing products with awesome technology. Things that are going to protect the hair. That's going to preserve the integrity of the hair. Things that are going to shift the entire texture of the hair into something different. You guys ready to hear all about this tonight? Yeah. Afternoon, day. You guys are excited that you're here. So without further ado, I'd like to open it up to Darnell, and he's going to start with it tonight.
All right. Thank you all. All right, so we're going to open it off the segment with our lovely, lovely brand new iron. And this brand new iron, or this whole contraption, is kind of a big little thing. But it's called a steam infusion flat iron. And I, as a stylist, I look for tools that's going to give me the number one thing that I need is to, let's say if it's flat ironing or if it's curling, I need something that's going to do the job, either do it quickly and or make me some money. Do you guys like money? Yes. I know you guys do. Raise up your right hand. Raise it up really, really high. Make that money sign. Everyone loves money, right? So, I did half the head already, but with this, I did half the head with the Sanvia, the sleeker. Already did half the head with the sleeker. I'm going to do the other half of the head with the steam infusion flat iron because I want you to see the difference in this lovely steam infusion flat iron. It is fabulous. Like, it's great. You can also infuse certain treatments inside the hair, believe it or not. So, out of the treatments, you guys are probably familiar with them. You have your Extreme Anti-Snap. You also have your Diamond Oil Shatterproof Shine. You have 2 of them. You have 2 formulas. You have the Intense, which is going to be your left, and then you have the regular Shatterproof Shine, which is going to be on your right. And then you have this lovely thing called Stay Sleep. This lovely product is, these are all part of our must-haves, by the way. And this Stay Sleep product is amazing. What does it do, by the way? Who knows what this does? Who knows? Who's working with it? Don't be shy. You haven't touched it. It's excellent. Well, I'm glad I'm introducing this to you guys. This is an amazing product. This is off of our Smooth Lock line. Off the Smooth Lock line is a treatment styler. So it is going to lock out frizz. Lock out frizz. It gives the hair really nice, manageable feeling. It's lovely. It's a must-have, so you gotta have it. Gotta have it. Damp hair, put it in, and blow dry with it. It is amazing. You guys gotta play with this stuff. But these are the four treatments that you would use with the steam infusion flat iron. Okay? This, you don't put this inside the water. This water itself is filtered. You can definitely see the filter within the steam infusion flat iron, within the reservoir. But you would put this on top of the hair, and believe it or not, this delivers the treatments inside of the hair. It pushes it deeper inside the hair, and not only that, our products with our lovely patents and these must-haves that have great accolades and great high awards, they definitely do the job. They do the job, and you don't understand all these beauty editors. They get all of these products, and they get all of these, just these shampoos, conditioners from different manufacturers, and who always comes on top? We always come on top, believe it or not. So I love it, love it, love it. And you guys probably have one of your packets. It is the must-haves. Do we have the must-haves packet?
We do.
Perfect. So I'm going to get started and show you what this, how this works. Now, the steam infusion flat iron, you don't have to use it on dry hair. You can actually use it on 70 to about 80% dry, damp hair. And that's one of the benefits of me as a stylist. I want to make sure, it's going to flatten the hair, but not only that, it's going to, I need turnaround, right? I need some turnaround. I need some clients in my chair, in and out, but also giving them what they want. So, I did half the hair with the Zambia Sleeker, and I'm going to be doing this itself on this side of the head. I have this section in 2 sections. You can just do this like a regular segment in your salon. You would just separate in 4 quads, and then apply your treatment to the hair. As you can tell, I already prepped her with the shampoo, conditioner, the diamond oil shampoo conditioner, which is fabulous. So I think I'm going to use the diamond oil itself, the Shatterproof Shine. Who's played with this before? How do you like it?
Oh, it's amazing.
Right? I love it. It's delicious. I can eat this stuff. I'm kidding about it. I want to eat it. I don't want to eat it, but 2 drops is all you need, pretty much for a medium length of hair, medium density. So I'm going to apply this in both of my quadrants. Sectioning is really, really important, obviously, as you guys know, as stylists. So I'm going to apply my product all the way through, roots to ends. And believe it or not, this diamond oil, it's not greasy to the touch, and it's not too heavy. You can still get some body, you can still get some movement. It's really, I love these products. And it's definitely silicone free, so it's not going to feel like, all greasy like. So, say if the hair was really, really wet, and you put this in the 4 quads, you could definitely go over with I would do this in each quadrant. So if you blow dry the hair all at once, when you get to your last section, it's probably going to be too dry, you may have to mist it. Ideally, you can still use some dry hair, but we want it to make it a little quicker. We want that turnaround service to be a little bit faster. So I'm going to go through really quickly, and just take this hair, and I do this in the salon with my client. The same way I'm doing it is the way I would do it with my client in the salon. Put in the 4 quadrants, put my treatment that I want in the hair, working it through. Getting this just enough where I'm not seeing so much shine from the hair, where it kind of looks a little matte. Perfect. Once I get it to that point, then I'm then going to start sectioning and start flat ironing. I think a lot of people, I think everyone, or even stylists, even myself, we forget that section is quite important. And we just like to take the hair in big sections and start going. Really, when you section, you start taking your time, you actually move faster, believe it or not. You really, really do. Who's that? Okay. Alright, so, what's nice about this flat iron, and you can probably hear it, but you're going to start to see some steam start to come out of this flat iron. And the steam is what's powering, what's delivering the benefits into it. Can you guys see it?
Now I can, yeah.
Now you can, and you can hear it. So it is pressured by steam, and when you close it, you can definitely, the steam will start to go. It's not a continuous flow of steam. We partnered with Rowenta, which makes appliances. So who watches Project Runway? You know those steamers and those flat irons? They're powered by Rowenta, believe it or not. So Redken partnered with Rowenta to make this great device. So that's what we're going to use today. So, as you can tell, it has little iron, it has little arrows. The arrows come straight towards you. It's okay to use for lefties because we have a little arrow as well. But there's a temperature gauge, 310, 370, and 410. It's in a wide range of temperatures for you to use for any type of client. Finer the type of hair, lower the heat. More coarser or more, let's say, think of the diameter of the hair. So if you took a single strand of hair, you rubbed it in between your fingers, and if it feels like almost like a sewing thread, you're probably looking at medium diameter. Anything above that, it's going to be a little bit more coarse, higher the heat. Okay? So, take your section, coming through, coming right on top, and there's actually a little comb attachment. What I'm doing is I'm heating up this right here by the roots, so I'm not burning my client. Okay? So I'm coming right in. Once I come right in, nice, good, even flow of steam. Now, you will hear the hair start to sizzle. That is fine. Okay? That's definitely okay. But that's just one pass already. You can already see it start to dry. I'll do another pass. Ideally, it's still a flat iron, so the more times you go over with heat and the more times you go over with heat, you really don't need all that. You just need one. But ideally, coming through, and you don't need the comb necessarily, but this already has a comb attachment. Coming through, look at that. It's beautiful. It's really, really shiny. Comb through. She has a little bit of a breakage on her ends, don't mind her. she played with the bleach a little too much. Yes.
Did you just use one product or did you use a combination of
Nope, I just used the Shatterproof Shine. That's all I used on her. So I'm going to take the next section, and as you can tell, this is moving quite fast. If I was to move a little faster, I could actually blow dry this. And if your client's a little afraid or you're a little afraid of hearing that little sizzle, you can definitely, dry it a little bit more. There's really no wrong or right way to use this iron. Again, it's still an iron. Now what's great about these plates that's within the iron, the plates alone are anodized plates, so they deliver an even, continuous heat among the plates. And also, you're not going to find that you're going to see lots of residue on the plates itself. It's really easy to clean, and it's almost kind of like a non-stick pan. Like Teflon,
How big of sections are you taking?
I'm taking about 1/4 inch sections or 1/2 inch sections. Ideally, if I'm working on this type of hair, you can definitely tell that these mannequin heads, they have they're nothing too crazy, they're not too frizzy, they're nothing, so when they're not as crazy or not as frizzy, you can take bigger sections, but mind you, if you're working with someone who has a crazy amount of hair texture or really tightly curled hair, you may want to either take those roots and stretch dry them. So taking those roots, stretch drying them right at the base, so that way you get a nice smooth result right by the hairline, and then letting the ends hang out and then going over with the flat iron. You can definitely do that. But ideally, you can definitely take 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch. We want you guys to save time in the salon for sure. So coming through, and it's really simple. And honestly, you probably only need 1 to 2 passes through this, and that's pretty much it. But you can definitely see the shine is amazing, and believe it or not, this locks in a lot harder. One of my clients, Val has tightly curled hair. When it's wet, it comes up to here. When it's straight, it's down to here. And she does not do her hair. Mind you, she doesn't do her hair at all. She doesn't. She sees me once a week. She sees me once a week to style her hair, and she's done. She actually sacrificed cable over her hair, believe it or not. I know. Bless her. Alright, so, but ideally, I do her hair once a week, and it's been raining this whole course of, let's say, this whole entire week. It's been nasty weather, and her hair is not reverted at all. It actually is softer and more manageable to the touch because I actually used the diamond oil in her hair and got her on the diamond oil shampoo conditioner regimen, which is great. So as you can tell, it's that easy, you guys. It's really, really simple. And just 1, and then just 2. But ideally, and the temperature that I'm using right now is 370. That's all I'm using, 370. And that's actually the temperature I use for this valve, 370. That's all I use. So as you can see, when I'm moving through this section, just mind you can see a beautiful ombre, right? She has a great ombre. Coming through, and that's pretty much it, you guys. But can you guys see the difference as far as in from the side comparison from this one and this one? Love it, love it, love it, love it. I know. We all like make fun of each other because it's just like, really, it's just a stupid flat iron. But for us in the industry, anything that's new and creative and easy to use, we are all there for sure. But you can definitely get some bend out of the hair. You can either bend it, and this is one of the benefits of you as an artist. You know, if you want to start moving and giving the hair some sort of shape, you know, with a little bit of a C curve in your wrist, you can definitely create a little bit more bend and movement into the hair. You can either move it left or move it right, so you can get a little bit of movement into the hair. Did you guys see that? But like I said, you guys, it's a typical flat iron. Nothing really, really crazy. And I believe we have one at each campus, believe it or not. You guys probably seen it around the campus, right? Have you guys got a chance to play with it? No? You have?
No, they poured it.
Oh, they poured it? Alright.
It works wonderful. What
It
can I
works
say?
wonderful. I agree. It definitely does work wonderful. Does anyone have any questions about this lovely iron?
But it's on a different side.
It does not come in different sizes. It's one size. One size, and that is all. Okay? Thank you.
People get their Brazilian blowouts. Can you use this flat iron as well?
I probably wouldn't recommend using the Brazilian blowout with this, just because it's, you know, I don't know the manufacturer's directions of what iron should. I know more times than often they want you to use something that has ceramic plates or titanium plates, but ideally I wouldn't use this for this certain purpose, for that purpose. And plus you don't want to avoid the warranty. The warranty on this, they want you to use either the 4 treatments, and they definitely don't want anything else other than that, for sure. Okay, any other questions? Oh.
Recommendations for using for
For ethnic hair, you can definitely use it for ethnic hair. And I actually, like I said, Val, she's mixed, and her hair is softer than ever. And when I first met her 2 years ago, she was using over-the-counter shampoo. She was using, you know, some products that she picked up at Target. And I got her on this Redken regimen. And we laugh at it to this day in the chair because her hair feels so healthy. It's so soft, and you know, it's not just for white people. It's for everybody, you know. Believe it or not, you know, Redken really has. We have 10 hair care collections, 10 hair care collections, and 7 color lines. So we have a wide range for everyone. We make it custom. We customize to any client that we want. So ideally for her, for let's say someone who has a lot of frizz, someone who really wants to block out the frizz and or elongate the hair, less curly, probably a smooth lock might be the best source for her or for him. It's fabulous. No, but we laugh each day. We talk about it, and she gets many compliments on her hair because, you know, I either use a Zambia or I either use this, and she can definitely see a big difference in her hair for sure. And you guys will be playing with this a little later on, believe it or not. Who's excited about playing with this? Right? Any other questions for me?
Can you flip it out as well as flip it in?
Can I flip it out and flip it in? You mean like
Yeah,
flip it out?
yeah.
Let's see.
It's the price on it. And then
The price. The price, I believe there is a promotion going on right now. And the price alone, I think it's like $2.95. $2.95. But this is a great thing about us as stylists, because we like to, you know, we like to sell our products to our people. It actually comes with a lot of products along with the whole entire combination. You get the tray, you get this, you get the rubber mat. You also get, I believe, you get 4 of these, 4 of these, and 2 of these. So you get a lot of product to sell to your clients. In return, you're probably only paying $75 for just the device alone if you sell your products. That's pretty good, right? And I mean, as far as for business venture, you could definitely add this on for an add-on service, could you? Give me a number you would put on to add on to, a style. Give me a number that you would add on to your ticket. $20. Give me another one.
23 to even 40, even up to $40 where you're at.
Depending on where you're at, right? I'm serious, you guys. Charge. I mean, ideally, you want to charge for your time, but you're using really great tools to, infuse certain things inside the hair, rather than just using a regular flat iron just to make it straight. You're actually healing the hair rather than. There you go.
And if you use still water or pretty much?
You can use it with tap water, distilled water. There's already a filter in there for you to filter everything out. Definitely. So we're going to try the flipping up for you. You asked that question. Perfect. Do you like your hair flipped out?
Yeah, well, I've actually been doing hair for a while, so
Okay.
I use flat iron for flat iron.
Fabulous. Alright, so let's see. Coming in. I guess you could. But ideally, I love this iron because it locks out a lot of humidity, even though it's using steam. And the career services lady at my school, when I was gonna style her hair, she's all like, I was like, we're gonna use a steam infusion flat iron. And she goes, I don't want frizzy flat hair. And I'm like, come on, steam, not that kind of steam. And so I when we were doing it on the clinic floor, just the contraption alone, and look how long the cord is. The cord is like
15 feet long.
it's super duper long. So this is really, really accessible, and look how thick the cord is too. The cord is very, very thick to let you know this is a heavy duty machine. This is nothing to play with. Okay? So when she wants to get all rowdy, you just, I'll burn you, Earle. Yes.
Is it just used for long length hair? Can you use it on for length hair or high length?
You could definitely use it on shorter type of shorter hair. Ideally, I probably don't want to get too close to the scalp, so stretch drying like I was doing in the beginning. And you can do that at the roots, just kind of stretch drying them with the heat to kind of elongate the curl, and then going back over with it. You could definitely do that, because ideally the steam being right too close to the scalp, you're going to feel a little bit of a hot sensation. Okay, so I'm going to finish this last section. Anything else, you guys?
I have a question.
Yeah.
The filter that's inside, approximately how long does that last?
That lasts for up to 6 months, about up to 6 months, depending on, and you get two within your kit. So depending on, dumping out the water, I usually like to dump mine out after I'm done using it, but depending on how often are you using it. The shorter, if I'm only using it once a week or twice a week, definitely, I can definitely let this, rock out a little bit more. But on top of it, they're colored beads, and the colored beads let you know when the filter is ready to be changed. They will turn green, and they will turn blue. So you can see right now they're kind of multicolored with predominantly green, but when they are nasty and when the filter got to be changed, it'll be blue. So it lets you know when it's ready to be changed. Thank you.
After you're done, if you only use it say once a week,
Uh-huh.
I know you use it probably more than that, but just say, for example, if you only use it once a week, after you're done, would you empty the water out of that?
Yeah.
So it's just
I'll break the
there,
device
or-
apart really quickly so you guys can see it. Alright, so this is the stand it comes on, pretty much. It's all in bowl, just like this, okay? And then this actually comes out, believe it or not. This whole thing. The whole thing comes out. Little flip top. You can actually take this whole thing off. And this is your filter. This filter comes straight out. That's pretty much it. It's like, when I got out of the box, I was like, boom, 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 boom. Like, I was within less than 3 minutes already on one of the assistants at the salon working on her because I wanted to play with it so bad.
Is it a good idea to empty out the water when it's not used?
Yes, without a doubt. I mean, ideally you don't have to because it's still filtered, but for me, I just want to empty it out just to make sure everything's out. Pretty much, you guys, but that's the steam infusion flat iron. I love this baby, but the shine is impeccable of what you get from one side to the other side. And when you feel it, oh, it's to die for. I love the feeling.
It
Here.
looks softer.
It definitely is softer. It definitely is softer. Alright, you guys, so, if you want to, she's gonna be up here. She loves to be touched, so don't feel like, you know, she always needs some love. She always needs some love. And your Ericas always need love too. So give lots of love to your Ericas because you'll never, ever, ever leave them out of sight, okay? But, so, in the meantime, while we're raffling, if you guys want to come up and feel this baby, feel the difference, you're more than welcome to, but we got some raffles.
How many of you have it right now?
Two.
I'll be pulling one, pulling two. Okay, I'll pull the first one and then you're gonna get.
Don't take it down.
Are you guys ready?
Now, I'm only gonna read the last three on the ticket.
Why are you gonna make it difficult?
Nobody can take it.
No, I don't wanna do 90003 377. I know what I would do.
What's up there?
Okay, let's pick another one. Really?
That's all the products that you showed us. You know it. Oh, they're all
I'll put it right over here.
Second ticket is 356.
We're here. The price is right.
Cheryl.
Come on, you pick what you want.
Here, or there. Color?
Do we have your ticket?
I think we should leave them out with the yes.
Chicken dinner.
I'm not afraid of it. How is everybody? Yeah? What do you guys think of the steam infusion? So those that have played with it were like, oh yeah, it feels good, but really it makes the hair feel like silk. I absolutely love this. In fact, steam infusion I've been using at my salon behind the chair now for the past week. My clients, I got them addicted to it. I'm like a crack dealer to them. I'm like, oh Marcia, I love you so much. Let me do this for free. Next time there's a little bit of a monetary, thing about it. But for today, let me just, honor you because you're a great client. Let's try this on you. They've fallen in love with it. So, which is really cool. They love it, but the reason why I love it is because now it becomes an add-on service. An add-on service for me means money, right? We all like the money. I love what Darnell did. Right? Even had the lip puckered there. Right? Cool. So, let me ask you guys, how many of you guys, just by a show of hands here, how many of you guys are on the floor working right now? A lot of you. Not yet? Okay, so how, as of tomorrow, right on. So let me ask you, how many then are not on the floor yet, but you style your own hair, right? You still do your own thing. You got the right. My luck, I'm gonna cramp up. But have our own favorite products that we have at our station. Heaven forbid we lose one, and we're like, I don't know what to do, right? But we have like 4 or 5 different products that we absolutely love. Same for those that style our hair, right? There's a certain product that just works really good with our hair, right? Well, Redken went out and decided to find out what consumers, what they're wanting, right? So through surveys, through talking with consumers and looking at sales, they found out that our clients have their favorites, right? Not just our favorites, but their favorites. And they're called the must-haves. And you've heard Darnell and I and Jaden's going to hear us talk a lot about must-haves. So, real quick, what are they called?
Must-haves.
Must-haves, right. So, with the must-haves, so what they found out is that by looking at what the client really needed, right? What they were asking for. Now, what's cool about the must-haves, it's not that I'm up here saying, well, you must like this because I like it. And I'm not saying, you have to have it. You must like this. Why? Because it says Redken. It says Redken, you must have it. No, it's not it. The thing is, these are all award-winning products. These have all been featured in magazines, right? This is what is selling the most. This is what people are really, really wanting. I mean, my God, look at this. Control Addict, right? Love it. Named after my wife. Right? Control Addict. Love this stuff. I mean, there's a call for it. We have quick dry. If we look at right here, the All Salt shampoo and conditioner, just on that, they've won 4 different awards from Allure, Glamour, Best Beauty. Oh my gosh. And then we can even go over to Color Extend. They're another award winner. And you know, if we really want to get into like Argon 6 oil, here it's been featured in Marie Claire, Teen Vogue, Allure, Glamour. I mean, they're all been featured. And then if we really want to get over to the styling aspect of it, one of my favorites, we have Powder Refresh, another award winner. We can't keep this on the shelf at our salon. Another one that I like, same bottle, Quick Tease. Any of you guys play with Quick Tease? Love that, right? I mean, you can literally backcomb the hair just in the bottle. Just lift up the bang, something about Mary, right? You know, that's what it is. I love this stuff. So when we talk about the must-haves, they're not must-haves, they're not cool because it's Redken, but these are what people really are wanting and liking and asking for. And, you know, when we talk about the must-haves, like we were sharing, now, you've seen cool tools, right? We just showed you, Darnell just showed you the steam infusion. I'm going to be showing you a little bit of the texturizing iron by Sampia. So, but they're cool, but I want you to understand, these tools are only half the battle when it comes to doing a hair or trying to achieve a certain look. You have to have the product with it. Let's talk about steam infusion real quick. What is steam infusion if you don't have anything to infuse into it? Right? What is steam infusion if you don't have the strength and the shine of diamond oil? What is steam infusion if you don't have the sleekness of stay sleek? What is steam infusion if you don't have the power and strength of anti-snap? It becomes a flat iron that's a steamer. So I can flat iron my hair and get out the wrinkles in my shirt. You need the product. Really. You know, when we talk about the heat, when we're talking about the texturizing iron, or Sampia's sleeker, or even when you use a curling iron, anytime we're using heat, we have to have what? Yeah, we have to have a protector, right? So in the must-haves, we have iron shade, we have satin wear. These are all products that we need to help create the look. And what's so important for our clients is that we're trying to get them to achieve a certain look, right? And what do we always say? It's like, if you want to achieve this look, do what I do and use what I use. So let me throw out this huge hot tip. Anybody who's taken a class with me probably knows this, but do not show a client what to do without showing them what to use. Right? Oh, that's a big one. Let's say it again. So do not show a client what to do without showing them what to use. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. And this way, this guarantees that will help them create the look. Right? Now, with them creating the look, and we find out now, we know why it's important for them to have it, but why is it important to me as the stylist? To have these must-haves, to share them with our client, to prescribe them to our client. Why is it so important?
Well, because first of all, we want to give them a look and have them be able to duplicate it at home.
Right, straight, right? But here's the other thing. I like that. So, but here's the other thing, is that when I prescribe something to a client and they're able to achieve this look, it builds what with my client? What do I build with the client? Rapport, trust, right? Right? Trust. Absolutely. And when you start to get that trust, they trust you so much they're starting to give you gifts, which are referrals. Right? They trust you so much because, believe it or not, if they think you're like, they're not going to send you anybody, right? They're not. But if they really trust you, they're going to start sending you their friends, their family. That's how we start to build our clientele. And referrals are gifts, guys, because when we're out there and we get a walk-in, do you know what we call those walk-ins? Well, that too. I like that. That's good. Yeah, it is money. No, we call it blind dates. Blind dates, because you've got to go through a certain bit of nervousness and get through that, right? And heaven forbid, how many of you guys have been on a blind date? You ever had the phone call with them? They're like, oh, I can't wait to meet you and all that. But you know, in the back of your mind, you're like, please have all your teeth. Right? Pray they don't have a hump. And then you always tell them, we'll meet at a bar, because you know if you have to eat, you're stuck there. Right? And a couple sips, you're like, peace out. Right? But that's the thing, the nervousness you got to work through. With referrals, you don't have to do that. They're already sold on you. They love you because the client that you built that trust up with is already like, oh my gosh, Darnell, he was awesome. He did this, and he did this, and this. They're like, I love him already. And they're ready to come in, right? So that's one of the reasons, to have that trust. Here's the other thing. At my salon, and most salons on average, okay, not all, but average, we make a certain retail amount. We make a percentage of what we sell. And usually it's about 10%. Some salons are maybe more, maybe less, you know, but on average about 10%. But if you're selling anywhere from $500 to $1,000 a month, which don't freak out, because that's easy. Because let's face it, everybody needs a shampoo and conditioner. Everybody needs a hairspray, even me. I have 4 hairs, but I want them to stay put. Right? I want those suckers to stay put. I need it. So just looking at that, so that's an extra $50 to $100 a month. Right? At the end of the year, that's an extra $600 to $1,200 in your pocket, and all you had to do was teach your client. Show them what to do. It's easy money. And then do what you want with the money. I suggest you take it, put it back into your business. Take it and go to Redken Exchange in New York, you know, get some more education. I'm huge on that. I'm big on education. Here's the other thing. A lot of the places, they have incentives as well, and they call them contests. And like at our salon, one of them was a free ticket to the Redken Exchange. That's an extra, you know, $1,000 ticket right there. Right? Happy to say that both me and my wife are headed to New York to get some education. I am very big on retail, and I'm very big on education. You know, so there are all these added things to just, you know, giving them what they want, giving them what they need. And again, that is more money. How you guys doing so far? All right, you like that? How about I tell you what? I'm going to bring up my lovely model here. Jessica, some of you may have known her. Love you. All right. So with her, what we want to do, this whole thing was about texture, right? And we showed the sleekness texture through the Seam Fusion. Now what we're going to do is show you some texture using, I'm stuck. I got a tech right here. With the Sanvia crimper. Crimper, I like to say crimper. Right here, this is the texturizing iron. This is absolutely wonderful. If you notice on the blades, it's a little, it looks like a, you know, ruffled potato chip, right? But it creates this marvelous texture. And what it does, it almost gives a wool-like effect to the hair. It's wonderful for creating something new that the client hasn't seen. This is phenomenal for fine hair, for creating, you know, more volume. But also, again, like I said, I wanted to change Jessica's texture because she has a wonderful sleek look. If you look at her bang, it's very, very soft and shine, has a beautiful shine. But now I wanted to give it more of a woolly effect. And one thing I love about this is that when I use it, it's so easy to use because here's the dial. It's off, low, control, color treated hair, and then high. What I love about color treated hair is you want to keep it at a certain temperature because otherwise if it gets too hot, you can hurt the integrity of the hair or the integrity of the color. So you really want to make sure that, I like it on color treated hair. It's a no-brainer. I need no-brainer, right? Tell me how to use it, I can do it, okay? So in so doing, what we've done is we've created a whole new texture. And what I want to do is show you guys an updo that you can do in 10 minutes or less. That's fun, easy to do. All right, so first what we did was we shampooed her with Body Full shampoo and conditioner. After we were done, okay, then we went back through, we added a little bit of guts, blew dry the hair. Now, I was going to use iron shape for her heat protected, because again, we need a heat protected in her hair, right? But because of the moisture in the hair, I didn't think it would last too long, so I went with spray starch. Okay, that's what I love about Redken. If the tool, things change, things happen. But I guarantee you, there's a product there that I can use. So thank God. Bless you, Redken. All right, so this is what we've done. So we prepped her up, and then we went ahead and we used the iron, and we're going to take. I'll just show you here real quick. But all I did was take a section that was about 1/4 of an inch thick. How thick?
1/4 inch.
1/4 of an inch. Okay? That way it ensures that I get a really good texture. Now when I was doing this, and I was kind of going through and just kind of, tapping this in, and pop, pop, pop. What I noticed was if it was a little too, about the size of the plate, look where my pressure is, right where my thumb is, right? So I'd get wonderful pressure through here, and then it would start to fade away a little bit. So you can do one of two things. You can either take that hair and have it go and then press over here. But if you do that, this gets hot. So I recommend like some sort of thermal protectant for your thumb and your finger. Or you guys can do the peace symbol. Anybody know what the peace? Everybody put up their fingers. Say peace. Peace. Yeah. Right? And what that means is, take your hair and have it no wider than your 2 fingers. And don't be trying to do this. Try to spread it all out, right? Just do that. Boom. There you go. And then that helped ensure that I got the texture I was going for. I had a little more control. All right? And I think Darnell brought up something that was really good. If you really stay with your sectioning, it goes by quicker. Don't try to take too much, just go through it. All right? In fact, the longest part of this updo was actually doing the texturizing up here. Now with this updo, what I love about this is what Sam Villa characterized, and I think it's so perfect, called it an after midnight do, right? He was doing this, and what do you think that means? What kind of visuals do you get when you think of after midnight? Right, nightlife. But when we think about 5 o'clock updos, right? We think it has to be breakfast at Tiffany's. It's perfectly slick. It's quad. I mean, it's all symmetrical, right? Well, this after 12 is more of that idea of it's a lived-in look. It's a little more organic feel to it. Now, that's nothing to say that breakfast at Tiffany's or that after 5 is a wrong look. No, it's a great look. It's a specific look. We're just going for a different look. Because we're seeing a lot of the updos now that seem to have a little more of an organic feel. Right? A little more movement, a little more texture. And so that's what we're going to do today. Sound good? Sounds good? Say yeah!
Yeah!
All right, guys. Fantastic. Let's put that over on. Does she not rock these clips or what? All right, so after we've texturized, what we're going to do is we've gone ahead and we've sectioned her into 6 sections. How many sections?
6.
6. Awesome. We wrote them up here. What we're going to do is we're going to take this bad boy down and we're going to place it right over here. We have one that's already pre-done, so you guys can try this out yourself. All right? That's the one thing I love about this silhouette class is the fact that this is all hands-on. I don't think we've done this at any of the silhouette classes. It's never been done before until now. Right? We're like, let's do something a little bit different so you guys get to play with it. All right, so enough of my yapping, let's get this thing going. So the first thing I'm going to do, can you tilt your head down just a little bit? And I'm going to hit it right here. And we're going to start with the crown section. Okay? I'm going to take this off. And I'm going to hit these. All right. Now, for those of you, how many of you in here, show of hands, are what we call braid masters? You guys could braid in your sleep. Right? Right? You guys will find this super, super easy. How many of you? Not so much.
Yeah, no.
Like, all right?
Yeah.
All right? All right. You guys too will find this super, super easy because we've heard of a 3-strand braid, right? We've heard of a 4-strand braid. I'm sure out there on YouTube there's a 15-strand braid. But this, have you ever heard of a 2-strand braid?
Yes.
Yeah. So all we're going to do is we're going to take the hair, we're going to 2 sections. So make it into 2 sections. Now, where's my body position? Am I in front or in back? Front. So now I'm going to take it, I'm just going to twist, and I'm not trying to do anything, I'm not trying to make this super tight, right? I'm just going to come in, and we're going to make this twist, and we're going to lift it up. See how I have these 2 sections left? I'm going to take a little bit from here, and a little bit from here, and then I'm going to just pull it on down. I'm going to take a pin, and I'm going to just secure this in there. Now, one thing about bobby pins, you don't know, is that just one sometimes isn't enough. Let's fan that. So what I like to do to lock it into place, I have one here, I like to crisscross it. All right, that locks it into place. How we doing? We doing good? All right, so now I'm going to come into her back. Now we're going to start with her left back. Now, if they have finer hair, thinner hair, you could actually take all the back, I've watched it done, in one section. She has more hair, so what I decided to do was make it into 2 sections. Divide it into half. Again, how many sections am I going to divide this into? 2. Boom. Here we go again. And now I'm going to just crisscross this. So, ooh, that music makes this interesting. Right? Yeah, another Christine. So, boom!
It does. Is that all right? It's done.
Yes.
Which way did you section it? Down, straight down the middle?
Just straight down. Just straight down.
Straight
Got it, here I go with. I'm just going to take my finger and there we are. Okay? Now, one thing that I'm going to do is I want this kind of go into the center. So when I'm right here in front, now I'm going to take one step over. Okay? And then we're going to twist, twist, twist. The next word I'm going to say is twist. Awesome. Yeah, I'm going to take this, take a little bit from here, push it in, take one. Another thing about notice one thing, can I have one of these? One thing I'm not doing is I'm not taking this and trying to open it up and then trying to shove it in. What happens, if you watch, I watch my daughter do this, where she'll shove all this food in her mouth, right? Until she can't chew anymore. What happens? She spits it all back out. And I'm like, great, I'm a genius, right? Same thing with these. If you open it up and you stick too much hair in there, it's going to shoot right back out. All right? So please, just the other thing is, when you go in, you don't have to jab it into their scalp. Just, they have little rubber protected soap. That's really cool. Just go in. When you hit the scalp, then turn it. Go there. And you can use sound effects too. It's quite cool. All right. So now I'm going to come over to the right back. I'm going to come in. And again, let's twist this bad boy.
Are you twisting that low or are you bringing it with elevation?
You can use either or. Whatever effect you're trying to get. Today I'm just kind of doing it down low because then I'm going to wrap it up. You can do it at higher elevation and then twist it in. Whatever you want. I mean, let's face it, you guys are the artists, right? Yeah? What would you like to see? You want to get another picture? And I'm just going to take this again. And if it doesn't, let's see, it took too much. Let's just twist a little bit more. And all I'm going to do is take a little bit from each side and push it on in. Now, you'll notice that that very first top section I did, and I wrapped around, we're locking everything into that section. That becomes our base. And one thing was, and I don't know about you, but I was definitely afraid of doing updos. My wife can even tell you. I was like, they'd be like, Doug, can you do an updo? I'm like, oh, I'm sick. My arm stopped working. I can't. Why? Because I was really, really afraid. And the thing is, what I found out about updos is, it's all in the setup. It's all in the what? Setup. It's all in the setup. And what I found out, there's my base. If I lock everything into the base, you know, I'm sitting pretty. And usually, the other thing was, I was like, I would have to work on an updo for, oh my gosh, an hour and a half, 1,500 bobby pins later. You know? I was like, you're ready to go. So again, all I'm doing is twisting on this right side.
Does it matter which direction you're twisting?
Nope. We'll come through and let's. And I'm just going to lock it right into the base. Am I gouging you? Right in. It's kind of fun, huh? Easy peasy. Now I've done this without the texture iron and just done it with their hair straight, and it's cute, look. But I think what really sets this apart is that texture iron. We're going to come through again. Get that. And if you really don't like them, you can take more and just, no. Remember that, no tip. No. And again, I'm just going to lock it into place, right into the base.
Are you pinning the actual roll or are you just pinning the hair that's sticking out at the end?
No, I'm pinning the whole
The
roll.
whole roll.
And then I'm going to leave this out. I love this. This is fun.
I just didn't know if it was fine here or if it was put these through or
No.
the actual roll.
See how we're doing? How am I doing on time? Is this less than 10 minutes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. And I've been talking while I've been doing this, right? Imagine if I were quiet. I'm sure my wife would be like, please be quiet. Okay, here we go. Last one. Funny how, when I first began, where was I? I was in front. Now that we're finishing up, where am I? There we go. Now, she has a bang. And what we did was, I decided to go ahead and just flat iron this and just show the sleekness of her hair and leave it out. Had she had longer hair, I could put it all in this part of this section and make it into a bang. So here we go again. I'm going to twist this, twist it, twist it, twisting it. I'm going to take it. All right. There we are. And because I have that, there's actually other pins in there, that's all I need. All right, so look, here it is. Now, I'm like, okay, this is cool, right? I mean, this is very, very commercial. This is very easy to do. Anybody can use it. Even her mom liked it. I was like, wow, cool. But one thing I noticed about these were I still have, you know, these little sections you have to get through. So what I do is I use these U-pins, all right? And I can just come in, take it, oh, gone. And take this. Right? And so it doesn't look like we have a Grand Canyon. And I can start to take this and play right, and place anything wherever I want it to go, right? I love these U-pins. And the thing is, you want to go the opposite direction. If you notice, I'm not just going in like here. I'm actually going to take it, like, let's say I want a little bit over. I'm going to come this way, turn it, and then go back in on itself. How's that looking to you guys? Right? Simple, 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 simple. And take it. And you're ready for a date. Mm-hmm. I look delicious, as Earle said. It's delicious. And then you can just take this out. Spray. What do you think? Is that fun? That's fun. Less than 10 minutes, there I go, and I look like a rock star. Right? I'm like superstar done. And what's really cool is I still charge for an updo, right? 10-minute updo. Ooh, I pop. You mean you don't like it? You know? So, what it is, okay, so I can spend an hour and a half and 1,500, body